So far we learned about Git. In the Azure world, you can do the same with the repos. So repos, Azure repos. So it's technically the same thing. It runs a Git server there, and you can check in the code or push the code to the repos. So understanding Git or repos is very critical and an integral part, I would say, as part of the bigger picture, which is continuous deployment. So we will discuss about CICD, which is continuous integration and continuous delivery, in the upcoming videos. But I wanted to just let you know the bigger picture, which is continuous deployment and Azure Repos, CI/CD, everything contributes towards it. So long story short, when the developer pushes some changes or say makes some changes and then pushes the changes to the central repository, continuous integration should kick in. Basically, what that means is that it should pick the source code, build the source code, run test cases if any, check for code smells, and let the developer know immediately. And if everything is fine, then continuous delivery happens. So what that means is that basically it will pick the built code and deploy it in the environments we want it to. For instance, it can go and deploy in dev environment or maybe QA environment or UAT environment. So the whole process is kind of automatic, and that's why it's called continuous delivery, so that the team need not wait for each and every step. So the moment someone checks in, the whole process right from build until deployment is taken care immediately. Obviously, you can put some rules, conditions, and all, and that is what we will learn, and that is what actually happens in continuous integration, continuous delivery, and you can do all those things like putting rules and all through the Azure portal. So we will see all these things in this video as well as upcoming videos. Now what I will do is I will create a pipeline. So we already have a repos second app project, and I will go to the pipelines first on the left. I'll click that. So the pipeline can be used to automate your build as well as your release process. So we have to just use this wizard, and you can do both the build, which is continuous integration, and release is continuous delivery. So first it asks where is your code. So my code is in Azure Repos Git, the project which we just saw, the second app, and that is the only project I have, so it gives you that option. I click on second app in here, and then that will create a YAML file. So a YAML file is kind of the starter pipeline. It has a trigger, which means it will be listening to the branch of the repo. So we are basically listening to the master branch, and then there is this pull which has VM images. So Azure gives you various default images, which are the agents wherein you can run your tasks. So Ubuntu latest is there, Windows is there. There are quite a few number of agents out there by default. You can create your custom agents as well. In this case, I will just use Ubuntu latest because that will suffice for us. What you need to remember is that these images are created on the fly. Like, just you can imagine that it's a VM created by the pipeline on the fly. You won't know it. It happens behind the scene when you run the pipeline. So when you run the pipeline, it will create this Ubuntu. It will create this VM with Ubuntu installed on it. Or if you have Windows 10, then you can give that VM image name, and that VM will be created. So that VM is created by the Azure just for that it can run the task you want it to run. Once the pipeline is done, once it runs the tasks, the VM is destroyed. And that happens when you use the default VM images provided by Azure. So now I have the steps. So I just have a script which is echo hello world, and it has a display name. I click on the run button on the top right here, and it starts creating the pipeline. And then when you navigate back to the pipelines, you can see there is this job which is being queued. I click on that job. Here you can see the image name and pool and all. It's trying to acquire an agent from the cloud as shown in line 5. So it is still trying to create the agent, and then once it acquires, you can see that the agent request is already running or has already completed on line 7. So that means it has acquired the agent and running our job now. So as you can see, our script has run hello world, and the display name has run a 1.9 script, so that has run. And as the job completes, it has a green tick mark. You can see the logs by clicking on view log on the top right. And that is how you run a pipeline. I mean, obviously in here it's just you clicked on the run manually, but this can all be automated. But then again, this is what a pipeline is, and I just wanted to show you that. So that's it for this video.